Hello, Mark. Did you read the news about the police activity in Hanoi yesterday afternoon?
Yes, I read that many police officers arrived at a residential house in Ocean Park.
The police officers arrived around 5 o'clock in the afternoon to secure the surrounding area.
I saw pictures of many curious residents standing on the street to watch the event.
Why did so many people gather near the residential house during the afternoon?
Because the house belongs to a man who is very famous on social media platforms.
What kind of video content does this famous man usually post on the internet?
He often posts live videos showing expensive luxury cars, gold, and large amounts of cash.
I think showing off wealth online can sometimes create unnecessary trouble for public figures.
That is true, especially when online statements lead to public arguments and misunderstandings.
What recent online argument did this man have before the police officers arrived?
He promised on a live video that he would donate money for disaster relief efforts.
How much money did he promise to contribute to help the affected victims?
He claimed he would donate 3 times more money than another generous business person.
Did another businessman actually transfer money to support the local relief fund?
Yes, another businessman transferred 1 billion Vietnamese dong to support the flood victims.
What happened after the businessman completed his large charity donation online?
Many people waited for the famous man to fulfill his original charity promise.
Did the famous man keep his promise and send the money to charity?
No, he announced later that he would not donate the money as promised.
That decision caused a lot of anger and disappointment among many internet users.
When people make public promises, they should always try their best to keep them.
What other conflicts happened between these individuals after the charity argument started?
Some men went to a factory in Bac Ninh to stream videos and threaten others.
Verbal threats and aggressive behavior in public places are illegal in our country.
The family filed an official complaint with the local police department for protection.
Are the police in Bac Ninh currently investigating that serious harassment incident?
Yes, the provincial police are verifying the details and working to clarify the case.
It is very good that law enforcement officers act quickly to maintain public safety.
Everyone in our community feels safer when the law is enforced properly every day.
Has this social media figure ever had legal issues with the police before?
Yes, he has been involved in several administrative and legal troubles since 2019.
What kind of legal issues did he face in 2019 and 2020?
Police tested him positive for illegal drugs 2 times in different northern provinces.
Using illegal drugs can ruin a person's life and harm their entire family deeply.
That is why local authorities sent him to mandatory drug rehabilitation centers back then.
Did he also receive financial fines for publishing books without official permission?
Yes, he was fined 17.5 million dong for publishing 2 books illegally.
Publishing books requires proper registration and government approval to ensure correct information.
He was also fined for spreading false information on his personal social media page.
Posting false news online can spread panic and confusion among innocent citizens.
We should always verify news from official sources before sharing it with friends.
What did witnesses near Ocean Park say about the police presence yesterday afternoon?
Witnesses said blue license plate government cars arrived at the house early that afternoon.
Were there many police officers working inside the house for several hours?
Yes, officers worked inside while mobile police kept security outside on the street.
Have official authorities released any formal statement regarding the search results yet?
Up to this moment, authorities have not released any further official details yet.
We must wait patiently for official announcements from the local police agency.
That is the right attitude when following news stories on social media platforms.
How can young people protect themselves from bad influences on the internet?
They should learn to think critically about what online influencers show and say.
Not everything shown on social media represents real life or honest moral values.
Many influencers create drama just to get more views, followers, and online attention.
That is why digital literacy and critical thinking are very useful skills today.
I agree completely, especially for students who spend many hours online every day.
What practical vocabulary words can we learn from reading this daily news article?
We can learn words like police officer, investigation, residence, promise, and public order.
Those are very useful vocabulary words for discussing daily events in simple English.
Using simple words helps us express our thoughts clearly without making complex mistakes.
Can you give me an example sentence using the English word residence?
The police officers arrived at his private residence to conduct an official search.
That is a very clear sentence that explains the news story very well.
How would you use the English word promise in an everyday conversation line?
I promise to call you as soon as I arrive at the station.
Great example. Keeping a promise builds good relationships between good friends.
What about the English phrase maintain public order during a big event?
Police officers work hard to maintain public order during large outdoor events.
Learning practical vocabulary through real news stories makes English learning much easier.
It connects real-life context with language practice in a very natural way.
Do you think news articles are better than textbooks for daily English practice?
Both are useful, but news articles give us modern language used in real life.
I will keep reading daily news to improve my English speaking skills every morning.
That is a wonderful daily habit that will increase your vocabulary very quickly.
Thank you for discussing this news story with me in English today, Mark.
You are very welcome, Anna. I enjoyed sharing our thoughts on this topic.
Let us catch up again tomorrow to talk about another interesting news article.
Sounds great to me. Have a productive and safe afternoon, Anna.
Thank you, Mark. See you tomorrow morning for our next English lesson.
Goodbye, Anna. Stay safe and keep practicing your English every day.